We're here with Hanover men's basketball coach John Miller after a come-from-behind 77-68 victory over Mount St. Joe in the conference semifinals. Now, Coach, you've had a lot of games like this over the last couple of years. Is it just the team's confidence, or what is it about this group of guys that they just continue to be able to come from behind and get the wins?
Well, I think they do a pretty good job of continuing to play. Just the way basketball games, are put together. I mean, if you can be good enough to continue to play, try to maybe make some adjustments as you go along, maybe you finally then you hit on something. We kind of got to something there offensively. About 6 minutes left, that was pretty good for us. And, I think we tried to compete hard defensively most of the night. Mount's just got some guys that are hard to guard, and they make some hard shots. And, finally we started to be able to stop 11 down inside a little bit. We changed what we're doing there a little bit, but I give the guys a lot of credit. I thought honestly we really got some good play out of some guys that aren't necessarily guys that people think about a lot with us, and both in the first half and the second half, that's pretty critical for us.
Now, you talked a little bit about stopping number 11 from Mount St. Joseph, Eric Edwards, down low there late. Nick White for you, 7 blocks in the game. It's the first time someone's had over 5 in almost 2 years now. How big was he down low in the post?
Well, I thought Nick was really battling. I thought Kevin Williams battled for us hard as well. Mount puts you in a situation where you're kind of hoping to not give them threes, and so when the ball goes into 11, you kind of want to try to play them one-on-one. You kind of want to try to keep it out of there first. And I thought Nick and Kevin, they battled. It's just hard for us to get him stopped. Obviously, Nick is athletic and can alter some shots around the basket. I thought particularly there late, he was able to switch out on some shooters and get some shot blocks there, which is really critical. And that's one thing he does have as a 5-man, is he's athletic enough to switch onto a guard.
You also talked about some of the guys off the bench. You had, let's see here, it was 25-4 bench advantage for you tonight, and you got some key points out of guys who haven't really gotten some playing time. What was it just a gut feeling to get some of those guys extra minutes tonight?
Well, I don't know if it's gut feeling. I think Cam got those 2 fouls there, and we got some great play from Logan Ratz. Obviously, I give Ryan Klonks a lot of credit. He has really practiced well for us over the last 4-6 weeks, and boy, him coming in and making some critical shots. I thought that Kevin Williams really competed for us defensively in some stretches, because we were fighting some foul trouble there early. And we just got some really quality minutes out of guys, no doubt about it.
Even though Cam got those 2 quick fouls, he ended up leading the team with 20 points, and Wes McKinney also had 18. So your top 2 scorers still did most of the heavy lifting. How did you feel they played tonight?
Yeah, Cam and Wes, they've played in a lot of big games, and they're both guys that are very fierce competitors. Now Mount has very fierce competitors playing for them as well, and so when you're playing them, it's going to be a really hard game, a hard-fought game. But I think when you ask about us being able to stay in a game and come back, guys like Cam Fales, guys like Wes McKinney, they continue to compete. Guys like Colin Smith, they continue to stay engaged over on the bench. And I think that it's hard to come back. You don't want to be in that spot, but if you're going to have a chance, you got to stay with what you're doing. And those guys, it's just a good team win for Hanover tonight.
Last question here. I know it's you're just coming off a big win, but what do you got to do tomorrow night to bring back the championship for the 2nd straight year?
Well, we'll have to, I think, play well. Rose has kind of had our number. The games have been close, but we just haven't quite been able to get it done against them. They're well coached, and they're good defensively. They make you really work. When they have the ball on offense, you got to guard for a while. So, I think we'll just have to continue to do those basic things, really compete hard defensively and try to hold our own there. We got a little bit of a size problem with them. They're big. That's an issue for us at times. But, and then just execute offensively. At the end of the day, you got to make shots to win, and we'll have to make enough shots to win.
All right, head coach John Miller here after a semifinal victory over Mount St. Joseph. Coach, go enjoy the win, and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.